welcome to Cruz Reviewz. I'm your host, Gabriel Cruz. It is Tuesday. I'm currently looking down at my computer because I'm messing with stuff. I want to turn my music down. That's really what I want to do. Anyways, we have a special fun day to in store for you all today. We are joined by not one but two guests. There we go. We should have that. There we go. 1% of the music. All right. So we got two guests for you. My first guest was with me 2 weeks ago, and she's back. It is Lyssa Beck. Everybody.
Hi.
Everybody, let's say hello to Lyssa Beck with one of her favorite movies, Labyrinth, in the bottom corner. And joining us from the arena, from the fight ring, he is the dragon with the baggin'. It is Carnell Holley, everybody. Carnell Holley. Thank you, buddy.
What's going on? What?
Yeah, we got Carnell and hit one of his favorite movies on his little poster there. Dragon, the actual Bruce Lee, old school Bruce Lee movie about Bruce Lee's life. That was actually a great movie. I like that movie. And today we are going to be talking about none other than the legends of Cobra Kai from technically originally YouTube original, now on Netflix.
YouTube Premium.
Right, so everybody, get ready for the trailer. In case you haven't seen the Season 2 trailer, this is the Season 2 trailer. We'll be talking about both seasons today. We're going to go ahead and watch that trailer real quick, and then we will be back for everybody to discuss the show. Here we go. Trailer time.
Cobra Kai is back where it belongs. Back on top. But the real story's only just begun.
Thought you were dead.
Cobra Kai never dies.
Ever since the tournament, all I've been thinking about are ways to destroy Cobra Kai.
But opening your own dojo, make sure you can balance that.
Balance is my thing.
We got some new recruits.
Cobras, show them what real karate looks like.
It's just an insane karate cult that's brainwashing half the school.
That's why I'm opening up Miyagi-Do.
You got room for one more?
Someday the fight may come to you. And I want to make sure you're ready.
Got you.
It's time to see what Miyagi-Do is made of.
Something tells me there's a can of wax in my future.
All together!
Which one of you has the balls to take on the champ?
My name's Miguel.
Tori. With a Y.
You better hope that your soldiers are ready.
They're kids.
Do you have a crush? Is it Robbie?
The fight is only over when you say it is.
Let's finish the fight. A sensei doesn't teach destruction and disrespect.
We need to talk about what you've been putting in my kids' heads.
Same lessons I taught you. Strike first, strike hard.
No mercy.
Fighting positions?
These things don't end well.
This isn't a tournament, this is real life.
There are no rules.
It's not how I taught you to fight.
You want to finish this?
Bring it on.
All right, that was Cobra Kai's trailer for Season 2. This is going to be a very interesting discussion, I think, because I'm pretty sure each one of us here grew up on the original karate movies. Yes, and this is the part of the show where we discuss the show and or movie, whatever we're reviewing. But we're not going to get into spoilers. We're going to do a brief discussion, then we're going to jump right into all of the ratings and how we got to it. Let's just say, Carnell, what did this do for you when you were watching these first two seasons? Because I know you just binged this over a week.
I did. I was like, shoot, you telling me about the review now? I'm like, you got time? I'm like, yeah, maybe. All right.
Maybe.
Finished today. I finished today.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm proud of you.
thank you. Crunch time, I tell you. So, but I would have to say that it was very nostalgic. You know, I mean, as a American audience member, it caters to us. Um, it was very reminiscent of the '90s martial arts films that I watched. Wait, was it '90s? Yeah, I'm thinking '90s because this is '80s, but
Oh, come on. The combat style is what I remember from not only just the Karate Kid, but also like Power Rangers and
right,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. I
Yep.
was so thinking Power Rangers
God,
when I was watching this.
Beetleborg too.
I did watch Beetleborg.
I did. Big Bad, heck yeah. I was all on all the Saban stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
the Knights, all that,
Wait,
all that.
was Beetleborg on too?
I
Yep,
believe it was.
he had his
I
name
didn't
on everything.
Yeah.
know it was on.
Yeah.
Big Bad, Beetleborgs, Mass Rider,
Yep.
killing it.
Yeah.
VR Troopers. What was the one that was with the computers, which with one of the Russo brothers?
Wait, is it the animated one?
No, it was live action. I think it was the middle brother. Like they would have to go into the computer because like their nemesis was like he would put these viruses or whatnot, but basically they yeah.
Yeah. Deathcore. Welcome, Deathcore, and all four viewers. Yes, very nostalgic. What did you get that sense of nostalgia as well there, Lyssa?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I was a Power Rangers kid all the way.
Yeah. Since day one.
And yeah, I remember my brother trying to say to my dad that he loved Bulk and Skull, but it sounded like he was saying something obscene because he was like 3 years old. And my dad was like, "Wait, what? What did you just say?"
It's a great show. I really enjoyed the show. I definitely had those sense of nostalgia, along with not just like the characters themselves, but also like the music and everything when that pops in too.
Yeah.
It fits very, very well.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
And for those of you
It drew me in.
who don't know, this was also shot about 85% out here in Atlanta.
Yeah, I recognized a few of those spots.
Yeah,
It's like,
no, the arcade in the first season, that is Fun Spot in Fayetteville.
Yeah.
I know it well.
Yep.
oh, wow.
The mini
I
golf.
haven't been there.
All they did for the mini golf area was like stick a cat or something down to make it look different. And yeah, no, I've been playing mini
recognize
golf there
Cascade.
since I was 5.
Oh wow.
Okay. Okay.
Because I'm a Fayetteville native. I actually went to school with the original owner's grandson.
Okay.
And so I went to pre-K and kindergarten with him, and we had field trips to Dixieland,
Nice.
which is what it was called at the time.
Nice.
Right, I remember that.
So
now we're just jumping into all of our memories with all the nostalgia from this show. I think that's all it does. Is just we watch these things. Oh, I remember doing that. Oh, I remember doing that. Oh, I remember pretending that I was fighting, and I was the Blue Ranger, and
I was the Green Ranger.
Those moves, you know. I remember
Yeah.
all those things. All right, so let's get into a little bit more of the ratings, so we can definitely dive into this. I messed up a little bit today, so I didn't have enough time with the busyness of the day to write down everybody's scores. But we will
Okay.
discuss everybody's scores. We score each one of these categories that you're seeing on screen: cinematography, production design, acting, stunts, and choreographing. Let me shorten that. Editing, music and sound design, FX, which is both digital effects, the VFX, and practical effects on set, the story, and then the storytelling. Each one gets a rating of 1 through 10. We add all those up, then we divide by 9, because we have 9 categories, and that's our overall score. I did register that, but I will reveal those a little later. So, the first one in our category is cinematography. I know that I gave this one a 7. Usually I wouldn't put that up there. And then, let's see, Carnell, you also, let's see, I believe you gave it a, let me get to our, you gave it a 7, and Lyssa also gave it a 7. So we all gave the cinematography a 7. Why a 7 for the cinematography? Why is it not as beautiful as other things that we have seen?
The way they shot it, like the actual like framing of everything, it's relatively basic, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just it could be, especially since it's supposed to be primarily an action something. Like you'd want to see something that showcases that a little bit better. And I feel like I've definitely seen things that do a better job with that.
Carnell, would you agree that the cinematography doesn't show the action as well?
Wholeheartedly. Well,
I mean, you're a fight choreographer.
Right. It was, I mean, like Lyssa said, it was basic. It got the job done. It wasn't distracting or anything. It just didn't. If it was like a action director directing this, you would see more movement and just be involved more. But it told the story. I'm like, I wasn't like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like it was definitely. I mean, when I was looking at it, I think I might have looked at my phone or whatnot, and it wasn't a situation where like, oh, if I look away, I'm going to miss something. I did. To be honest, I did. It was something that happened, and I just said, oh, let me rewind this, because I think I missed something, and I was looking at it, but I had to do that. But for the most part, I was just like, all right,
okay.
all right.
I gave this one a 7, mostly because yes, it's nothing really like cinematically amazing. We're not shooting 70 millimeter. It's not high contrast or anything like that. This is really the film tech in me breaking down. But like this, it's as basic as it needs to be because the original films were basic. Like they didn't do a lot of heavy movements in the original Karate Kid movies either. Like they weren't really flashy like they are nowadays, or like a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, or
Jean-Claude.
Yeah, but
like
I feel like because of the time of when the original Karate Kid movies came out, that's a little bit more forgivable because they were just really starting to get into those like super actiony framings that we use today on a regular basis.
Okay. That's a very interesting way of thinking about it. That they could have done it, but they chose not to. Maybe.
Still get that same feel.
And I can appreciate that, but at the same time, like, unless it's one of the episodes that has like a flashback or something like that, I feel like something like this needs to actually showcase that action.
Okay. All right, production design. This is another one where everybody across the board gave it a 7. And usually I'd have all that flashback up 7s. So everybody gave production design a 7. And production design is consisting of our costumes, our set pieces, our logos, our if it's a period piece or like a fantasy or sci-fi, all of this, the armor, the weapons, whatever. So, this is a modern piece. Why is everybody giving it a 7 again? Let's start with Carnell on this one. Carnell, why did you give this a 7?
It nothing really jumped out to where it's like, oh, okay. I mean, I noticed with the flashback for Johnny when he was a little kid, and they nailed the attire, they nailed the cars at the time because he was going down this one street and there they are. I'm like, all right, it wasn't a situation where it's a 2020 vehicle. It's like what year is this again? So I mean, they got it, but it wasn't one of those like, oh man, this is so eye catching or whatnot. It just wasn't like okay, they
Okay.
Starbucks cup and Game of Thrones type of
Right.
situation.
Lyssa, what are your thoughts on the production design?
Basically the same. I feel like they could have updated it a little bit better than they did, and nothing really specifically caught my eye. Like the thing that I think does the best is the Miyagi Dojo, but that doesn't come into play really until season 2.
Until season 2, right. I gave it a 7. I was technically gonna give this like a 5.5 or a 6, but because they did a good job of throwing in those little bits, those little hints of things, and those little references from the originals, and I was like, you know what? I gotta give them props. All the cars were there. The fence and everything was pretty much the same. The walkways, the dojo, the fun and stuff sign.
Yep.
Like they did. I think they did a good job of grabbing as much as they could and bringing it back in. The reason why I was giving it a 6 is because there's definitely some clear moments where, especially I think when we were first looking at Daniel LaRusso's car dealership, where it's completely Georgia trees in the fall.
Yeah.
And when Johnny's walking out, he's got a bonsai tree, and it's a lower angle shot, and props are greens in charge of all the plants. Literally probably had to add a palm tree right behind him. And to me, that was just like, oh, that's super noticeable. Now, most people probably are not going to notice that, like, oh, that's Georgia. But me, knowing that it was shot here, I definitely noticed.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of this stuff, we know.
Right.
Because we're associated with
the natives.
As well, we're natives, but also like Josh worked on season 3, so like it didn't click until today that when oh shoot, what's his name? I'm blanking on it. The Latino kid.
Miguel.
Oh, Miguel.
Yes, Miguel. Miguel. When he and Samantha went to the arcade and everything, like it dawned on me today. I was like, oh, you know what? That's probably what they were filming back like 3 years ago. Yeah. When I was like, are they filming Stranger Things there?
Right.
No, it was probably Cobra Kai.
Right. No. Overall, again, I think they did a good job. It wasn't anything amazingly special. Although I gotta say, whoever was the makeup artist and the hairstylist for Hawk.
Oh yeah.
Good on you. Like that was Hawk was definitely an interesting character. I like how Hawk technically is more so our new Johnny than Miguel is.
Right, yes, I feel like Miguel is supposed to like split the difference between the two characters.
Right. Which brings us to acting. We got an 8 from Lyssa, and then we got an 8 from Carnell. I still give this a 7.
Well, I mainly gave it an 8 because of the child actors.
They did a good job.
The adult actors, I think, did worse than the child actors.
Oh, the Hawk's mom? Did you see that part? That was like...
I've seen it 3 times now, honey.
Oh my goodness. I'm just like, where's the emotion at right here? He's pouring his heart out, and she's just like, but it's okay, honey. It's okay.
They
but
got some amazing child actors.
Yeah, the child actors are actually really good.
The adults, on the other hand, are very cheesy.
But I think that's still reminiscent of the original. Like, the original was still pretty cheesy.
Which is fine. Which is fine. Like, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, you're being outdone by a child.
They're the future. They're the future, you know?
I almost feel like the adult actors are those that are more stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the actor for Daniel LaRusso
Literally and figuratively.
Johnny, they have not been doing a lot of acting.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So this is them coming back into the scene and doing this all over again. And when they acted, what was it, the guy who plays LaRusso, one of his best performances was
Stay Golden?
No, my
Yeah.
I didn't watch
actually have not watched that, but I have heard that.
Yeah. But I would say that's the director in that case. Like, gave that performance, even though, like, and his character was not exactly the main character. It was, oh man, what's
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Still good movie, but yeah, the acting is not amazing, but it's good. And like, I
It's serviceable.
I would almost say that the overall theme. You're skipping around on me there, Carnell.
My bad. I thought it was good.
You did look good. You still look good. You always look good.
Hey.
Oh yeah. But like it's just good. Like I want to say the running theme of this whole show is that it's good. It's not.
Let's see too much.
It's not amazing, but it's good. But it's good enough. It's good. It's good to that point of like I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah.
It, and I'm gonna have fun, and I'm gonna reminisce, and I'm gonna be nostalgic. Yeah, I liked it. So let's go to the editing. How it was spliced together. Carnell, let's start you off with that one on how it was all timelined out with cuts and everything. Especially, I really want to get your takes on the action and how the action was edited together.
I mean, if you've seen a Power Ranger episode, you know, it's just like I felt like I was watching Power Rangers.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
See, yeah, you know, like it's one of those things where like, hey, I'm a fan, so that's why I watched the show. But as far as I mean, are we just strictly talking about editing right now, or just for as dang the fighting and stuff.
Let's go with just the edit right now. How it was spliced together. I mean, if you want to come across of how it was edited together because of the choreography, please feel free to.
I mean, like I legit finished watching the last episode today, so I was satisfied with the last episode and how that action scene came together, because it was just like I'm watching Power Rangers. You know, these kids, and I was reminiscent of Three Ninjas. If y'all watched that back in the day, I'm just like, you can't tell me.
I've seen it like once.
You can't tell me. I was watching it, and you know, Robbie got me thinking about Sidekicks. I can't remember the actor of that, but then I think it was when he was in his gi that I started thinking about Colt from Three Ninjas. It's like, yo, it's like that's like Colt, is it? I'm like, no, he would be older. I'm like, no. But I had that, and then oh, we're not getting into spoilers. There was I gotta say this. There was that one scene that was reminiscent of Best of the Best.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about the song that when the song kicks up in the original movie, or?
No. The bar scene with the friends.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking
about.
Oh, yeah.
Our second season. You're not technically giving away anything, but yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is such a blur because y'all keep saying. You keep saying it's like second season. I'm like, was it second? It was.
Yeah, it was. I literally just rewatched that episode.
All a blur. It just everything just folded in together. It was one of those things where like the editing was, it was smooth. I think it changed as far as the action scene, like the last fight scene with the whole crew, Cruz's crew or whatnot, that was a big change of pace for me. That was just like, yo, this is a climax right here. Like, yo, this is wild. I like this. I still saw the fight choreography that was like, we're still in Power Rangers. Like they're throwing moves that's just like, there's not really enough power for that to really hurt and all that. I'm like, but like it's okay. I'm like, I'm in it. I'm feeling this. What's going on right here? So I mean, the editing was straight. That's why I gave it an 8. It wasn't a situation where it was just like it was just all over the place and everything.
All right, what about you, Lyssa, on the edit?
I gave it, what was it? I gave it an 8, correct?
Yes.
I gave it the 8 because of how well they spliced in the old film with the new stuff. Because it was very well done, it was seamlessly done, and it worked very well as a flashback.
Yeah.
And as he said, like the fighting stuff, it could have been edited better. You could have made it a little bit more flashy, because honestly, with a lot of the fight scenes in modern television and movies, if you're editing it correctly, you can hide that there's not as much power behind a kick.
Right. Well, I mean, technically, we're supposed to be, in choreography, we're supposed to be, what do you call it? We're supposed to be hiding that aspect anyways, you know? You're not actually trying to hurt the person that you're fighting with. Unless you're Jackie Chan's crew.
Right.
I mean, that's fair. China gives no fucks.
Oh.
This is
no,
dark.
not at all.
But
especially in Thailand.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, there's definitely times where you can tell that they were holding their punches, and of course that is the intent when you're doing fight choreography. You shouldn't be hurting whoever your sparring partner is, but you can, if it's edited correctly, you can hide that that's not what's happening.
Right.
And
make them look.
Yes. More badass.
Right.
And so I've definitely seen better editing when it comes to the fighting choreography. Mm-hmm. And now this could be because of my theater background. Like, you can do a lot with fighting choreography, even just on stage. And so it fell a little bit short for me, but I did very much appreciate it.
Okay. Well, let's get to the fight choreography. Since Lyssa's already touching up on it, Carnell, you gave that an 8. And did you give that? Was that alright? Fight choreography 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, sorry, Carnell, you gave that a 7.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because of what because of the the high end. It was so funny. It was like I was getting Disney vibes.
Honestly, I kind of did too.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got the Disney vibe. I didn't recognize old girl from Debunked. Tori,
because my son's been watching that show.
Right. Like mine watches and I'm just like, yo, I recognize her. Well, she's not a kid anymore. But I'm just like, yo. Oh, is it Bunked?
It's just Bunked.
Oh yeah. I keep thinking of it because they had that the way it's spelled. And I'm just like I'm watching it. It had its moments where like even with okay, no spoil. uh, uh,
That's
when
the
an
thing.
when an
Try not
old
to spoil
when
everything.
right when an older fighter, I think you know this one, shows up
Right?
and they get into it, and it's almost like because all right, because I'm gonna save this
Well,
for
he
the other
shows up.
category
Okay,
with the
he
story.
shows up in the second season's trailer, so we're not
Right.
showing the second season's trailer.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right. You know, like okay, they're throwing hands, and it's one of those things where like anime and the old kung fu flicks is just like, all right, he's got some skills, and he bests them in that moment,
Right.
but there's certain the illusion kind of goes away when they're in other scenes, and it's just like, okay, he's really showing his age, and like he can't do that in real life. But in that moment, it was just like, yo, he like he taught him. So it's like, and he said it, like, I know your moves, but like don't like I was there for the magic trick, and now it's just like, oh, I see how they did that.
Yeah, I felt like it's sort of the same as just again this whole thing is just in and of itself, it's okay, but I feel like it's supposed to be okay. It's not supposed to be John Wick. It's not supposed
Oh,
to
yeah.
be
Right.
It's not supposed to be Jet Li. It's not supposed to be one of these huge martial arts things. It's supposed to be 1980s, 1990s karate.
And that's fine.
Everything is just a jab
That's why I watch it.
and a kick and a roundhouse. It's
Right.
It's drawing on your nostalgia, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it. I love it for that.
Right.
But that's it. That's it. I know you want more Carnell.
You
gets
know
so
it.
like, we gotta
You
have
know
those
it.
moments. We gotta have those moments where they're just.
I'm
And
becoming
I'm just
realistic.
I'm looking at Danny Russo, and he's doing his katas, and I'm just like, why are your shoulders up so high? like no. I'm like, I know you're rusty, but that's too much rust. Like come on. And then he does that spinning roundhouse to kick the what did he call it? It's like something with a P.
Yeah, who even knows?
But and he makes a connection to kick it out of his hand, and I'm
the
like,
Boba tea.
he did
Boba tea.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
So he
yeah,
did it.
yeah. Cole?
Yeah.
But the execution was just like, yeah, all right. I guess he still has it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He did what he wanted,
Right.
but it was that last action piece took it to another level to me,
All right.
and
music.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go to music. We gotta move on. We gotta move on. We've only
Man,
got
Yeah, I've got to be done at 10 because I produce a
At-
stream that starts at 10.
So
Okay.
music. We're on music. We got 4 more left. We got music. We'll combine the story and storytelling, and then we can put up the spoilers banner. So music, music and sound design. Let's see. We have what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carnell gave it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I
6,
gave it a 10.
He gave it a 10.
I did.
And Lyssa gave it an 8. I gave it an 8. Like it's good. Like, oh man, some of the choices of music were just fantastic. The moment when I would say one of my favorite moments for that included the music was when Johnny is interested in a particular woman and has a dream sequence.
Oh yeah.
And it becomes literally like a white snake cherry pie moment. That was just hilarious to me. Like it's two older people, and they're both it's just a dream sequence, so it's Johnny's head, but it's all in the 80s. Everything has to be in the 80s for him for this. And I thought it was great.
His character's stuck in that.
Yeah, his character's
Yeah.
stuck there. His Lyssa, why did you give this an 8 and not something higher?
Because I feel like there were a few moments where the music didn't entirely set the mood for me.
Okay.
But for the most part, it was spot on. And so I was kind of debating whether I was going to give it an 8 or a 9. Because I didn't realize we could potentially give it like an 8.5.
Well, I usually don't, but you could, I guess, technically, if you really wanted to.
But
So it could be a 10.4.
But yeah, so there were a few moments where the music fell a little bit short for me, but for the most part, the soundtrack was very on point and felt appropriate. And so I didn't give it something lower because of that fact. And like I said, in actuality, I was debating whether I should give it something higher or not.
Right. Okay, Carnell, why did you give it a 10? Like, you gave it the perfect score.
I know. I went all in. I gave it a 10 because there were certain moments that really put me in that emotional state. So it's like, I get it. I mean, this is appropriate. I like it. I'm there. It's keeping me there. It wasn't distracting where I'm like, yeah, I guess this is supposed to be cheesy, or yeah, this is supposed to be funny. I'm like it was appropriate, and I appreciated that.
Okay.
So there was a second date for the
Alright.
mood.
Let's go to our effects. I wasn't really sure what to give this, so I just kind of kept it.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
There's not really a lot of effects. Everything is mostly
Right.
choreography.
Exactly. And even then, like, the most you get out of FX is maybe some of the makeup.
Well,
Right.
the pyrotechnics, which I'm sure your darling dearest Lyssa, Josh,
Yeah.
would be amazed at.
No fire at the wedding.
Josh wants Josh Duhan. I don't know if you've ever met him.
Duhanzi?
Duhanzi.
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 Oh, you know my
Yeah.
boyfriend?
Yes, this is.
I didn't know that y'all were together. He was the
Yeah.
one that DP'd the Power Ranger short
Oh, that's right. He
that
did
I
Yeah,
shot.
that's my significant other.
Yep, that's right.
Well, all right then.
He
Tell him I
was,
said what's up. It's been a minute.
Yeah, he was on the rigging crew, the rigging electric crew for the Cobra
Season
Kai
3.
series. Season 3. Okay. Yeah.
He'd come home and tell me he got back from the jungles of Nam. Which I know for a fact was actually filmed at Fun Spot.
Yeah, the special effects, I mean, they're pretty, like, there's no digital effects that's really heavy or anything like that. I would say
There's
more
maybe a handful here and there, but they're so tiny
Right.
that
It
you
doesn't
don't
need
even
it.
notice them.
Right, it doesn't need it, and it's appropriate. That's why I gave it a 7, technically, because it's just it's where it needs to be when it needs to be. It's not overdrawn. It's not overused. We don't do a flashback and then make Mr. Miyagi younger, or
Yeah.
something, and it just doesn't work. There's none of that.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that
there's
too.
none
That
of
was...
that. But it's well done. It's well done. All right, so
The stitches kind of throughout was a little wonky to me.
well, when they threw the flashbacks in, or
No. There was that part with the stitches, and then there was a close up on it, and I'm just like, yo, those are kind of all over the place. But
you think so?
Well,
Yeah. Maybe they just didn't have they didn't have the right set medic to help address that. So.
That could be the
That
case.
could be. All right.
It's like,
next one.
the spirit gum's not holding it in place, guys.
Somebody get some gaff tape. All right. So story. We're gonna combine story and storytelling. Story. Lyssa gave it an 8. Carnell gave it a 10. I gave it a 7. The storytelling. Lyssa gave it a 9, and Carnell gave it again a 10, and I just gave it a 7. To me, overall, this whole thing's just a 7. Let's just all down the board.
it was serviceable
It's just
for
a 7.
Gabe.
I really did like the show. Like, I had a really
Right.
good time at watching it. But on a film, on that aspect of a filmmaker and the technical things, the storytelling, the editing, the fight choreography, like all of it together, to me it just goes, it's what it needs to be, and that's it.
Not bad.
It's like a monster movie. You know, you watch Godzilla, you're not expecting the greatest storyline in Godzilla at all.
Yeah,
You
it's
just
all
wanna
about
watch
that
monsters kill each
monster action.
Right.
That's it, and that's what this did. This was exactly what it needed to be. A good 7 overall, and I had a great time watching it. So, why did you guys give it the story and the storytelling that you did?
Let's go with Carnell this time.
All right, Carnell,
Sorry.
that's up to you, buddy.
Man, I tell you, I pretty much combined the two because it felt like it was the same thing. To me, since I'm a huge anime fan, it felt like a live action anime, a shonen series, the rivalry, like, it had that, but also it had that soap opera feel. And since these different relationships that are going in and out and you know, like two ships in the night type of thing, I'm just like man, I remember, like, I was till this day, like I was in the gym in the old apartment, supposed to be working out. I look up on the TV and there's a soap opera. I get drawn in and I find myself sitting down watching it. I'm just like, I should be working out. And that's how I felt with this. It felt like it was a teen soap opera.
Yeah.
And they hooked me.
Yeah.
The drama was real.
Yeah, I would agree. Okay, Lyssa, why an 8 for the story, and why did you separate it with the storytelling being a 9?
Because of the fact, like, the story itself is pretty basic, but the way they go about trying to tell it and add in those flashbacks and everything, that just kind of bumps it up a little bit for me. Because they did try to make sure that they were drawing on that nostalgia. They were making sure that you knew that it's somewhere between a teenage drama and an adult drama. And they don't hide that fact at all.
No.
Like, it's an action drama. Plain and simple.
Right.
And so, like, just the combination of everything together, I think, meshes really well, and that's why, like, for the storytelling overall I gave it a 9, whereas, like, for the most part everything else was like 7s or 8s, because once you put all of that together, it adds another layer to everything.
Right, I would agree. So let's get back to our ratings here. Usually I have these all up. I failed everyone on that, and for that I'd say I'm so sorry. I apologize. And Carnell's over there. He's giving me the.
Boom, boom, boom.
But for our overall scores, I was able to get that down just in time, and it all averages out to pretty much be a 7 from me, a 7 from Lyssa. I'm the red, Lyssa's the yellow, and Carnell is the orange. So for all of us, it just became 7s and 8s. Again, good. It's a really good series. I really enjoy it. I really had a lot of fun. Death Core, thank you very much for chiming in and saying 7 is considerably good, and it is overall. It's a good score. It's not bad. Like, again, this is not a bad show. It is good enough that my very critical father on movies, there's not much that he really likes, honestly. He pretty much watched both seasons straight. And
nice.
I walked downstairs. I'm like, "You watching Cobra Kai?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What do you?"
Was
think?
he watching it on Netflix?
Yeah. I was like, "So what did you think?" He goes, "It's a karate movie, or it's a karate show."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, thanks, Dad."
I'm one of the few people that actually probably watched it on YouTube Premium when it came out.
Yeah, no, I did not. I don't have YouTube.
Yeah.
Premium.
Right.
I have it because I go between my phone, my Xbox, and my laptop to watch YouTube, and so I have been a YouTube Premium member since it was YouTube Red.
Oh wow. Oh,
So
right.
I am
You did
grandfathered
say-
into the original price.
Well, lucky
Well,
you.
all right then.
Lucky
I know, right?
But yeah, I as soon as they said, "Oh, hey, like Cobra Kai's a thing," I was like, "Okay, I'll watch it," and I enjoyed the first season. And so when season 2 came out, and Josh was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be working on season 3, potentially," so we sat down and watched season 2. In fact, I was actually at a house pet sitting when that happened, and he really, really wanted me to wait for him, so I did. I was just like, this is my account. I want to watch my show that you jumped on the bandwagon for because you're working on the next season. That's not on me. That's on you.
Right.
I just wanted to watch my show.
Hey.
But
I mean,
yeah,
there's nothing wrong.
So like, I'm one of the OG Cobra Kai fans, technically, because I've been watching it since it was on YouTube.
All right, so now is on to the part of the show where we get into a little bit of spoilers. Carnell's image keeps flipping around on me. We're having technical difficulties with his image.
Yeah.
It's not you, Carnell. It's not you. I know it's.
It's
not
okay
you.
if we go a little bit over past 10, because I've already warned Alec.
Well, I know we're at that spot. Carnell, go to the far
Yeah.
left for me on your frame.
Wow.
Like go far left, like all the way to the left, right there. Now don't move. Okay, so here's where we usually have the spoilers, and we got to put up the spoiler banners so that everybody knows this is spoilers. So I would like for you to each pick a scene that you really liked in the movie that popped out.
Oh, wow.
That was like, you know what? This is what sold it for me. This is what sold it for me. Carnell, go to the left. Go to the left.
Left?
I'm
Am
sorry,
I-
what sold it for you? Because all I heard was go to the left!
I want Carnell in frame. That's what I want him to be.
Wait, excuse me.
Am I there?
My laptop camera has decided that I'm a glow stick again. And that did not help. That made it worse for a 2 seconds.
Yay, technical difficulties. So let's start with Lyssa. Lyssa, what sold this? What really had you going? Besides the fact that your significant other is as part of the show.
I watched it before he was even potentially even going to be on it.
What sold?
I mean, I enjoyed The Karate Kid growing up, and so I just really wanted to see what it was all about, and I enjoyed it. And so, like, when everything came out for season 2 and everything, I just wanted to see what it was all about.
Okay.
Because there's not much content that's just locked to YouTube Premium. And so I was like, oh, okay, you know, this is a thing. Let's see what's going on with it.
Okay.
And so I watched the first season and I enjoyed it. And so when season 2 came out, I was like, oh, cool, they actually renewed it.
Well, is there any particular moment when you were watching the show that just captured you and made you go, you know what? For me, I'll give you an example, I guess. For me, it's bringing back Miyagi. Like, it's even if it's just flashbacks, or it's his photo, or it's his Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
Like like which they show, and there's moments where again we got the spoiler banner down below us, so you can say whatever.
Spoilers.
So.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Doctor Who reference there, folks. When we, I really love Miyagi. Okay, like Miyagi's character.
I love Miyagi.
Was Uncle Iroh before Uncle Iroh. Okay.
That is
and
true.
when you just have these moments where it's like it's not a bad student, it's a bad teacher. Like those moments get thrown into this all the time. Daniel LaRusso thinks that he sees Miyagi, fishing on a beach when it's really some
right.
guy. Like those moments, I'm like, those are great moments. And then the flute popping in really had it for me. Like, I love these moments. These are the moments that I was like, I want another one of them. Let's go to the next episode. Oh, Johnny's being an ass again. Oh well, that's stereotypical.
I mean, like, Johnny is one of those characters that you love to hate, but you also love him.
Yeah, his arc has been really good.
His arc has been
like
amazing.
Vegeta.
Yeah.
Yes!
That is a great reference there, Carnell.
That is a great reference.
Johnny is very much like a Vegeta in this
app
one.
reference.
Yay nerds. Yay anime nerds too on this one as well.
Well, this is great because there's 3 anime nerds on, and we're all like, totally
Vegeta.
Get it.
I got that.
I understand.
I'm here.
Understood that reference.
So we're just wait. So what you were waiting for, Carnell, is for Johnny to just go, "Dang you, Kakarot!" All right, Carnell, what sold you? What sold you on this? Like, what was that moment when you were binging it the past week?
That sold it.
Yeah, that literally had you go, "Oh, I love this show now."
I mean, before.
Like,
I mean, the last episode was like, "Yo, this is hot," and now I mean, with that, with Miguel and his situation, I was like, man, we gotta tune in next time to see his fate, and
That's actually a good
I'm
point,
like,
too. Miguel's a great character, and I'm so glad that they put him in there. And that child actor has done such a great job with what he was given.
Dang, like binging it, and I think, well, no, I think it had to be the moments where it just kept having those situations where, like, this could have all been resolved if this happened, but it didn't. And then, like, another opportunity arises, and, like, this could have been resolved if this happened, and it didn't. And it's just like these situations where these little speed bumps.
Are you talking about like when the Russo's wife and Johnny's now like new girlfriend, or like his date, try to get the two to come together? Like that should have resolved things, and it should have made
right. It would have. I mean, there was definitely different situations, and not just with Johnny and Danny. It was just like with everybody, like these relationships. Like, well, they hooked up, and then all of a sudden this happened, and now they're broken up, and this is like, and now they're together. But it's just like, oh man, who's gonna hook up with who? And it just, and it just made sense. It was like, well, he's supposed to end up with Miguel's mom, because like he's become his son, but he has a biological son. But it almost like Piccolo training Gohan, Danny training Robbie.
References.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was
exactly
definitely a Piccolo move. That was definitely a Piccolo move, and then Vegeta's just like, all right. I mean, we're saying, I'm like,
what we're getting at, what we're hinting at, is that third season, we're gonna see Miguel and what's Johnny's son's
Robbie?
name? Robbie. We're
Robbie.
gonna see Miguel and Robbie literally just and combine together.
I mean, well, Miguel needs a sensu bean in order to do that, but. Oh, and they're gonna have to do that. But I mean, that was basically what Robbie and Sam were doing with that training technique. They were training for the fusion dance.
That's true.
They were.
That's true.
In the cold freezer.
It was. I mean, to be more accurate, it was more Aang and
Katara?
No.
Prince Zuko?
Zuko. Remember
Oh,
when they
okay.
had to do that dragon dance?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got
Okay.
You. I got you.
You know, but sticking with Dragon Ball Z, they were training for the fusion dance.
Okay.
But yeah, we're waiting on it. We're waiting on it. Give us what we
One of
want.
the best episodes so far, despite the technical difficulties, talking about anime on top of Karate Kid. All right, I think that's gonna be it for at least this part of it. Let's do really quickly. We do at the very end. Carnell, you're gonna have a chance. I'll give you a chance to think about this, but we do really quickly. What is a recommendation that you would give somebody out there, whether it's a show you recommend that they watch or a show that you don't recommend that they watch, movie, whatever? Lyssa, do you have a pick for this week? Or should I go
do.
first? Okay, what's yours, Lyssa? Lyssa's pick for what show
Vikings.
For what?
Vikings. It's a
Vikings.
History Channel show, and even though don't get me wrong, it's got its issues. I started watching the first season recently, and I really want to strangle the colorist, and I want to strangle whoever the SFX, the digital SFX person is.
With the blue
The
eyes?
blue eyes. Thank you. I don't have to say anything. You know. You fucking know.
Yes, they gave Uhtred, not Uhtred. That's Last Kingdom. Good show on that one as well. But
Ragnar.
Ragnar, yeah,
Very
blue eyes.
Certain moments, and it's just like ethereal and.
Yes, but you know who my favorite character is in that one? It's Floki.
Oh, Floki's hilarious. I love Floki.
Is my favorite character in that show. That is a good show. That's a good pick. That is a very good pick, I think. If you'd like for us to review Vikings, let us know. There are more seasons coming.
Like I said, I'm not even done with season 1 yet. I've been trying to watch it when I can, and I'm looking at my television that's right next to me.
Okay.
That's why.
Deathcore says never seen Vikings. I'll give it a shot. History Channel original.
Yeah,
I would definitely give it a shot.
Oh, you like the Labyrinth. My wife loves the Labyrinth.
He's just not noticing that kind of.
Well, like I was trying to debate between Labyrinth and the Willow, and
Oh, I heard they might be coming back out with something.
they are
like
supposed
that.
to be having a television series on Disney Plus for Willow.
Interesting. Okay.
All right, Carnell, your pick. Do you have a pick for something that you've watched recently other than Karate Kid? That you would like to recommend to people, and this can be an anime too. It's okay.
Hey, you know, I was trying to find something, think of something other than anime at the moment, but I'm on the anime kick. I've been watching.
That's fair.
I've been watching The God of High School.
I have two.
That is a awesome show. It has the potential of being one of the big three. I'm a huge My Hero Academia fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love that show. I'm very emotionally accessible when I watch it. But with
I got Josh into it.
the
I did. He doesn't like anime, and I got him
seems
into
like
it.
Death Note type of guy. Just like man, I mean, Josh Hanzi he's so low key. It's funny. I'm just like working with him, like all right, I got you, partner. I love The God of High School, the way it's going, and the reveals, like the most recent episode. And it's like, wow, that's reminiscent of Naruto right here.
Yeah. But did you know that whole thing is being directed by a Korean? The director
No.
for this is a Korean director.
But isn't that where we get our anime, like our animation from Korea?
Mm-mm.
No, I could have sworn that I mean that's where we got the Boondocks and Young Justice. I mean, I could be wrong.
I mean, in regards to like U.S. shows, maybe.
Right. No, but this is a Japanese show. It's a Japanese
Right,
anime
right, not
with a South Korean director for that one.
Huh.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his style, like I watched a behind the scenes. It was on Crunchyroll, and they actually did CGI motion tracking for movement so that they can more accurately depict the movement of the characters as they're flowing.
That
in the
makes sense
show.
because
And
that
it's
actually,
really good. The action in that one is
Yo.
amazing.
Get it.
Yeah.
And it is I don't know if you know, like, is Crunchyroll like is that show like a Crunchyroll original?
Yes, it is a Crunchyroll original.
Okay, because I saw the logo on the fight stage. I was like, what? Crunchyroll is in this anime? Like, okay, it's like
I gotta cut you off, Carnell. So Carnell is going to be God of High School, a Crunchyroll original anime. Lyssa's is Vikings, a history channel. Mine is going to be Hannah, which is a Amazon original.
Oh, okay.
I've only watched season 1. I am ready to watch season 2. That is a hard show to watch as far as the storyline. It is literally about a girl who technically when you start off watching it is a girl who is raised by her father, but she is raised to be a survivalist and pretty much a killing machine because the father believes that people will come and get her at one point.
Yeah.
Like there was a movie.
It's not for the. You're right.
There was a movie that came out probably like maybe 2014, 2015, which was good. But this expands that story, and there is a second season that I'm very much so looking forward to watching. So my pick would be Hannah. Outside of that, we're gonna have to wrap it up. Lyssa's got to move on. So I would like to thank my guest, Lyssa. Lyssa, say goodbye.
Bye, everyone. I've got to move on to Axanar stream.
Yes, Deathcore. Hannah is the name of both the movie and the show. And Carnell, even though you're out of frame again, buddy, but we still see your beautiful face. Everybody, Carnell Holley. All of the links for everybody is down below. You can watch Lyssa with her Axanar group and Two Geek Girls, and Carnell with some of his awesome interviews at like MomoCon and all these other fun things where he's talking to great and awesome people. All of that is in the links down in the belows. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in to Cruz Reviewz today. We will see you next Tuesday, and feel free to join me on Arty Farty Friday. We will see you guys next time. Time to cue the music. Wrapping that up.